Tor, which is our property, which can be revived with just $500 million. Why is the government not concentrating on selling 500 million worth of gold and using that money to revive Tor for us to stop going outside to go buy fuel? Because if you are able to revive Tor and get Tor working efficiently 100%, like the way Akudams left it before they left now, we wouldn't need to take our hard-earned gold to go give to the Arabians who don't need gold. Now, the most dangerous thing here, say, if you decide to go to the Arabians with your gold to tell them that you want to exchange gold for oil, the Arabians will know you are in a fix. Arab will say, what problem? Now, to be very fair with you, the Arabians don't need gold. It is the last thing they need on earth. Arab for no, Dubai for no, Qatar for no, all the Gulf nations, gold is the last thing they need now. It is not their priority. So, Otam gold now catch and say, I don't have dollar, but I have gold. Or nobody decided the price you have to take. So our gold that is worth millions, the Arabians will know our weakness, and all that they are going to do is they are going to price the gold down, and that you have to use more gold to get small oil. Gold will be accepted. Sa MPP4 way, they want to wash their illegal gold. Galam say no ma yeno abomoso gold no mo ye ni dollar ho person de ye ni sika Bank of Ghana to gold no na de enrich ho Ghana na at the end of the day de sa sika na esa ebe wini power. So what you are hearing and seeing is a Japa revised edition. A Japan no mo ye no. We should not be stupid. We should not be fools every time. We should sit and analyze. Akuffoaddo etu a lot of illegal gold. Illegal mining on my the amount of gold that these people have made, they cannot sell it. They cannot take it outside. They cannot say we are going. Bank of Ghana does not have anything. And your mankasa gold no too illegal, any good Bank of Ghana. Now they are finding ways to wash that and turn it into dollar for themselves. So, topic of the day, are we talking about a year 2023 budget? A year Ken Ofori-Atta ebe ready tray a few days ago. Now, in the budget, Ken Ofori-Atta eka asemi oha a year very interesting. I was saying yema yadwene eko sa. All right, Mr. S, thank you. We'll deal with that. Thank you. Ema yadwene eko so. Now, the yeti budget in say a year MPP are buying finance minister. Yes. A year budget no obeka budget ni we ne de tie ne say a year Ghana sika koko a year gold no Akuffoaddo aban no ayo madwene say a year gold no omo pese omo tam Ghana gold na nka se no omo de ko nkura omo wo a year petrol and I say fuel ewo so a omo de be kwa akosesa na omo de abe ebreye may you see. The ambassador Kenya say the government of the day today, they are planning to buy oil with gold instead of dollars. Now ubisa a year MPP4 omo aban we mu any MPs ministers omo excuse omo ba nyina say omo say sia no ye nhyena any dollars ewo Ghana. Na dollars ka krebi na aka ewo Bank of Ghana ye de edi dwuma. Na sia no adwene Akuffoaddo aban na afa ne say ye gold no omo say ye gold pa dodo. Na gold no dodo no esiwo enye hwe. Nti de ombe so omo ye ne say ompese omo tam gold no na omo de ko eye amanone na omo de gold no ma eye arabfo omo oil no na arabfo no ema ye oil. Nti basically a barter trade. Now say okinkan eye enwoma no bi so ababonten a okan bibi say Bloomberg say Ghana in talks with Dubai oil refiner to barter gold for eye de fuel. Say Ghana ye ni Dubai for air kasa say ye pese mo musika kokko 23 karat gold e free Ghana e mo din gold prekisia gold kokoi Akuffoaddo aban Ken Ofori-Atta finance minister say any ɛyɛ Bawumia ka kyerɛ sɛ sika no wɔ Ghana moti sɛ Akufo-Addo ka sɛ yɛte sika so ɛnso ɛkɔm de yɛ ɔno ɔka kyerɛ sɛ gold na mote so no ɔbɛtɔn gold no ɛde gold no ayɛ de ɔpɛ sɛ ɔde yɛ Bawumia ka kyerɛ sika wɔyɛ adwuma wɔ Bank of Ghana da onim sɛ sika wɔ Ghana paa ɔmo de ɔno ɔmo ka nyinaa ne sɛ ɛyɛ sika kɔkɔɔ na Ashanteman yɛte so ɛyɛ Ghana man yɛte so no ɔmo plan ne nyinaa sɛ na ɔmo bɛsesa sika no ɛde akɔ ama no ne ɛndɛ ɔmo sɛ ɔmo ne ɛyɛ Dubai foɔ kasa ɛne ɛyɛ Arab foɔ ne kasa sɛ ɔmo mmra na yɛwɔ gold kyɛnkyerɛnkyɛ si wɔ yɛn asase no gold wɔ aseɛ paa nti ɔmo ma yɛ OiL na yɛmfa gold no ɛma ɔmo na ɔyɛ Ghana ni na wɔhwɛ me a ɔsɔ busa ho sɛ saa pɛmpɛnso a yɛdui this gold conversation the government has started all because the government is telling the world and Ghanaians say we don't have enough dollars in the system or at the Bank of Ghana. Now question also busa want say gold in Kwana Ghana OiL in Kwana Ghana ye di DrBawumia ye ka say Ghana business OiL in Kwana Ghana ye di dollar eto ana because Ghana ye kuro bia kura nyoma ye use no do ni nyina no ye kra e de ba Ghana ena uhwe West Africa uhwe nkura omo kra nyoma fra brochire pa yenye de edi nkan ebe ye ne etoso mienu. Now the question here is yemfa OiL nto nchen apart from OiL enyoma be na Ghana kra sebio se yenya dollars a yentumi nkra sa nyoma nemba ena question no say see a gold na ye de ba be kwa abrochire e de akosesa OiL no gold na ye de kono say ye jan wo Ghana infa so ben so na eno so ye benya wo so also tiasie the decision the government is taking today no some people might have problems with the decision. Some people too might think say a decision if we say gold de eguo o de yeden o to gold na eguo sa gold de na obetum de aye nti aban say oni dollars wo ha adan na on time gold no emfa nkwa ama no ne enkoje eye de enkoje dollars mba. Now me be sam twema adwene ekobibi so ansa na yakɔ enim in 2017 nanaakuffoaddo Akufo-Addo aban no e de ban eto eye small scale mining. Yakaze small scale mining na nipa omo Ghana omo register se omo tu eye egudie ana good e wo Ghana asase so omo dey from small scale miners. The moment you do beto small scale miners kunum and I say group nim no it means you have the license to operate as a miner into a small scale miner. The difference between small scale miners any baby to say large scale miners companies no Anglo-Gold Ashanti a year gold fields no mining in large scale big machines and a small scale no nya galamsey fo on krata and so a year mining no ye no ne kwan so and a sebio ye no en nkituom endru Anglo-Gold Ashanti and a year gold fields ne asanko ne nkeka ho no. In 2017, that was January 2017, nanaakuffoaddo Akufo-Addo eba abontene ebe ka kire Ghana say 2017 no wa ode tabono anase ode eye ban ato eye small scale mining so. August 2018, after almost a year and 1 month, and nanaakuffoaddo Akufo-Addo ebe ka say eye ban na ode to small scale mining so no we pager ban no. It was all tears say 2017 year nankasa no there was no mining by small scale miners. 2017 year nankasa no there wasn't any mining done by small scale miners. So it means say from January 2017 to August 2018 no na ye ni eye company bi a wo Ghana betuma ka say on the on mine ye enya sika say e de koma the Ghana Chamber of Mines mo record ye. So that window no that year window no there wasn't any mining done by the small scale miners. So we don't expect to say we will be able we will see say the Chamber of Mines probably tomorrow record say the year 2017-2018 no a year small scale miners it mean mining maybe 1 ounce of gold because that window no was closed. Now yambra illegal mining a year galamsey no when Akufo-Addo banning a small scale mining 2017 January no opeja in 2018 a year August no. In 2017 now so no osa banne a year what we call illegal mining a January na hono bane illegal mining galamsey no from 2017 January. The same day now obane small scale mining no obane illegal mining. Till date illegal mining no yembie so obi anya illegal mining in Ghana. In the books of the government of Ghana no illegal mining nankasa yeka illegal mining galamsey no haram chiwa crime was say Akufo-Addo jailu because oka say so we illegal mining or Ghana we Ghana new we foreigner we chiwa we galamsey also come kra kra 15 to 25 years nana danko Akufo-Addo e bi na no kan. But so we small scale mining there ye close window no and I see the ban to so for just 1 year 2017 January to 2018 August and na ye left it sa ban no. Now mo awon jimi ndi no mama ye ntie Akufo-Addo asem okan ye e fa ban no won ansa na yakoye nim aye story no.
I took the decision that there would be a betrayal of the trust that the Ghanaian people put in me on the 7th of January this year. And as a result, we established this committee within the government to design a policy for us, not just to stop it, to reclaim the land, to let our rivers work again, but also to see how we can figure a way for all these able-bodied young men who are involved in this activity to find an alternative livelihood. So it's a package. It's a package that we have designed to try and bring this menace to a conclusion. I've said it in the cabinet, and perhaps it's the first time I'll be saying it in public. I am prepared to put my presidency on the line on this matter. I've heard it being said that I should be careful. Many of these people voted for me, and if I continue this exercise, perhaps they will not vote for me again. If by the grace of God I'm in a position, my party allows me to go again, and I have the health and everything to go again, that I'll not get it again. And I'll say to myself, well, this is a choice that all of us have to make as human beings. You do what you think is right, or do you do what you think will allow you to get along? I think that you do what you think is right. That is
so Akufo-Addo na ekasa no okache plain say or the president to so a protect Ghana forest under his leadership. It's been 6 years now. The rate at which galamsey say Ghana SARS and the onwankasa ni kurom ebuakwa Ghana Water Company has shut down omo machines. If you say galamsey ebuakwa hene ene na hemfo omo ye ewu kurom no asay insuo no. And then Menoka say Aisha Wango court. Omu ye bibia possible to make sure say omu njelino. Yachi Akufo-Addo ankasa appointees Gøḻđ kuta omu jisika Akufo-Addo ampamo Professor Frimpong Boateng and the bad Jojo Frimpong Boateng. Omu ya galamsey yachi omu excavators 1,005 and over yachi ni nyina ayira omu mene. Yati kroma ha yenim chema wuntumi asase a ose no kojo pon kroma yenim omu galamsey omu yemre kuduka ye captain's band abono and the ohwe acid gunipa so or say the forest in the western region. So under Akufo-Addo, we have seen a desperate attempt to destroy Ghana's forest. It is the same Akufo-Addo way under his regime. And now Mukofa bibi a friend ejapaba ya almost say Ghana goodie ni nyina e wa asase no bauxite, gold, manganese eni nyina no omo pese omo diko sia wa wade koma company bi wa bruchire. Eni ebusa omo say company na enwan dia nipa be na hye ebesinde ye nka nipa omo hye sa company na chibesinde. Gabi Asachidakuna na the legal advisor to this Ejapa deal. Ye Ghana for sika $2 million the demand ebe sinde ye nte ho asem. Enti se Akufo-Addo gina baby aka kira say and onim se Ghana ye wo gold pa na sa gold no and ohun ni say ye betuma tam e de akwaje pure oil e de aba be yiso Ghana eni se obi ade ni chim. Nobody should argue with Akufo-Addo and his government when they say they want to lift a gold, pure gold from Ghana. Normally called Dubai, ecosystem a year oil. No one, nobody should doubt them. And the Canadian makers say consistently the NPP government here, Akufo-Addo, no. They have shown clearly say omo target pa any Ghana's gold. From day one, omobedi adie, you could see how quick they came together to put a committee together to make sure say party hiesika the resource ewo asase na se especially gold no abedi omo ho. Now they put this small screen there. Now you adwene say interministerial de ndia omo hwe galamsey so omo beti gala stop omo beti de committee omo beti omo kofa nkofo ye training omo in drones ya kofa sojafoɔ bi ese omo no mo besi galamsey anokwan ye end up no ye che omo nkasa on audio on video e ka say party hiS sika Akufo-Addo hiS sika Charles Bisiumu area gold raw gold black gold Ediko Jubilee House. So from day one you could see say the idea was in 8 years let us take what we can take. They didn't care or they've never thought of the environment. In this end Akufo-Addo abandoned to be catch Ghana for say we have so much gold to be able to just trade it and get oil. Abusong say, how did they know? Say we have so much gold that is under the earth or has been mined that they can trade that in for oil. The government should know something we don't know. The government should be doing something that we as citizens we have no idea. Because from what we know, the commercial companies, and as the large scale mining companies, Ghana no. They have declared the amount of gold they mined in Ghana, and majority of these large-scale companies are Anglo Gold. Ghana does not own a dime in it. Every single gold they mine, they take it outside. They pay taxes on the work they do here. They pay taxes on every single gold at free Ghana. They, at the end of the day, they carry the ore, they carry the gold, at the court where their headquarters is. So the question here is, gold na Akufo-Addo are buying so mehu crazy. We have a lot of gold where did they get that figure from? How did they know that there's so much gold reserve ebi ebetumi abrosumi edibi atambi egu play mu ede akwakoto oil. Remember, it was recently that the PMMC and the Bank of Ghana started buying gold. Now, let's say they are buying gold in excess beer. For some reason, they are able to buy so much gold so cheap to the point where our gold reserves is so much they believe say at this point say the gold we will get oil. Mema Renfi, the moment a government, now let's read this first. This is a story or a report by Joy News. We have enough gold to exchange for oil. Deputy Energy Minister. The Deputy Energy Minister, Dr. Mohammed Amin Adam, says government is ready to implement its gold for oil barter deal. Now, you read this story, after that, you're about to ask no church and maybe much wrong. The Deputy Energy Minister, Dr. Mohammed Amin Adam, says government is ready to implement its gold for oil barter deal. According to him, the country has enough gold in its reserve to exchange for oil in order to reduce the current skyrocketing prices of fuel. He made this disclosure while contributing to discussions on Joy News, The Probe, on Sunday. Now, I'm going to quote him, and I quote, "Gold mobilization and gold purchases are everyday activities. And so we have looked at the market, and the Bank of Ghana is already buying gold, and they are able to do 50,000 ounces of gold a month." The PMC, that's the Precious Mining Company, also purchase gold from small-scale miners, and they are able to buy 160,000 ounces every month. And what we need is 205,000 ounces a month. He goes on to say, and also, if you look at our oil bill vis-a-vis the worth of the gold we are able to mobilize monthly, there is no doubt that we will be able to get the required gold to exchange for the requirement of our petroleum products. And so we are very confident that it is a policy we can implement without difficulties. That is what the Deputy Energy Minister said. Now, before I say, a Deputy Energy Minister, Mohammed Amin Adam, or say, Ghana edum pempensobia yenim se ye wo sika kokko pa. Na the money at the crampon say ye wo sika kokko egu ho a chese eye Bank of Ghana ene eye the the precious mining company, the PMC, no, to toy free Ghana for small scale miners, no. Bank of Ghana and Guano, almost to me talk a year something around 50,000 ounce in a month. Every Ghana small scale miners, Inti almost say there were a lot of a year gold, reserve in fact. Say ye dollar no sibia petrol bonus so e kosoro no omo percent ka gold na ya gigye go no anka yemfa gold no saa ne yemfa nko Arab for wo Dubai na yemfa gold ne momo na yenka nkire omo say na yenka nkire say omo maye oil enti Akufo-Addo aban ne de omo eni abre omo gidi say saa nhihye we nhihye a ebe boa Ghana ema yesikasem ene ye nyoma ye bre nyina no akoso se ne be a Ghana sikasem ebe gina na se fu se sibia oil bo aye din ewo eye dwaso omo hia se omo benya sika sesi aso ye ni dollar wo ho enti ye gold no ena ompe se omo de kwaje eye oil edeba question obo so busa ho no se sesi aso ye ni gold ewo eye Bank of Ghana ye reserve mo a ye digwa as a country a eye oil ngwa dwa na ye di ana because we import other stuff into this country apart from oil no and necessarily a chunk of our what we call GDP in West Africa, in Africa, yeah, one of those countries are imported chicken, we import beef, we import sugar, we import a lot of things. Now me say we this question before we move forward. Yeah, the oil is here now, is here tam gold e dey akoto oil no, ye betam gold dey akoto sugar na, ye betam gold e dey akoto chicken na, ye betam gold e dey akoto butter, all the things that we import into this country, because you need to understand we don't have dollar na no entumi nkofa nyoma entumi ye trade entumi transact a business. And as we speak, is it going to be just oil or is going to be every single thing that we import or do business in? Because any oil nkwa and import it, we import a lot of other things. And as we all know, say dollar ni a year Bank of Ghana, it means dollar ni ho. It yen to me select it, yen to me hand pick it, and can say oil ni die ye hia na yemfa gold nkoye na ebia dia aka ne die ebi dollar ni wonti ene die yembre ma eno somba. Simple questions we need to be asking. If it is going to cut across, and I say it's going to be specifically just for the oil. Now, they also Ghana for omohwe minute and say this statement from the government, what is behind it is bigger than what you are seeing. Now, gold for crude oil, move still being discussed. PMMC to play vital role in implementation. Bank of Ghana governor. Bank of Ghana for say a PMMC for no omuna omu be dienim and make sure say a gold na yeba ebetam ediako akoto oil no in shishe no omu behu bibia ewom. That's fine. Now, in 2017, 2018, a year the Ghana Chamber of Mines for Omo report, So we read the report now. Almost say when it come to a year the export of a year gold, a year the small scale miners, they basically imported so much, and that window now make catch 2017, 2018 to the beginning of 2019. You have to remember, said na Akufo-Addo the ban ato a year small scale mining. So remember, small scale mining, and galamsey, small scale mining, they have what? They have the license to mine. But 2017 January all the way to 2018 August, and na Akufo-Addo at the ban atoso. It is the Ghana Chamber of Mines omo report. In 2017 to 2019, let's plot it there. A year the small scale miners, companies, small scale mining companies, they exported a lot of gold. Now the question is, there was a ban on gold mining, small scale mining, into which small scale mining companies exported about $1.6 billion of gold out of Ghana. The report is there. We'll put that out and show you. The question is, Chata Akufo-Addo the ban it was 2017 to 2019. There was no mining going on. There was no small scale company mining gold. So how were they able to export that chunk of gold out of Ghana? And in the Ghana Chambers of Mine for report, a small scale miners exported all this amount of gold. That means that there was somebody mining and at the end of the day exporting the gold in the name of small scale miners. Now, this is a question I have been asking for almost 2 years, and the person who drew my attention to this was Dr. Solomon Owusu, mining engineering expert. On the busa this question first time on my TV. Say, Yemusa Abine say, in the Ghana Chamber of Mines of War report from 2017-2019, Omoka say, small scale miners exported the most of gold out of Ghana. No? That same window, no, small scale mining had been banned. So how were they able to export this amount of gold out of Ghana? And to date, nobody has answered that question. Now, this same government is turning around to tell you, say, they are now going to do this barter, whereby they will pick our gold and take it to Dubai and get oil. That's fine. The question is, confidence who say they really need to make sure say gold in there where reserve no it's sold for oil. Because say Osha a year policy no and that's Osha story now. Dr. Kwame Nkrumah established a tour, right? Recently, a story was put out by the government that we need only $500 million to revive Tor. And I did that story here. I'm buying here only $500 million to revive Tor. Now, do we have gold worth $500 million to revive Tor so that we can refine our own oil? So that you can bontine and koto expensive oil. Because if there's a government that is thinking, now and yet dubious means that they want to try and wash the illegal gold of Ghana through this policy. Why is the government ignoring Tor, which is our property, which can be revived with just $500 million? Why is the government not concentrating on selling $500 million worth of gold and using that money to revive Tor for us to stop going outside to go buy fuel? Because if you are able to revive Tor and get Tor working efficiently 100%, like the way Akufo left it before they left now, we wouldn't need to take our hard-earned gold to go give to the Arabians who don't need gold. Now, the most dangerous thing here, my argument question say, if you decide to go to the Arabians with your gold to tell them that you want to exchange gold for oil, the Arabians will know you are in a fix. Arab folk will say, what problem? Now, to be very fair with you, the Arabians don't need gold. It is the last thing they need on earth. Arab folk, Dubai folk, Qatar folk, all the Gulf nations, gold is the last thing they need now. It is not their priority. So, Ultam gold now catch and say, I don't have dollar, but I have gold. Or nobody decided the price you have to take. So our gold that is worth millions, the Arabians will know our weakness, and all that they are going to do is they are going to price the gold down, and that you have to use more gold to get small oil. Because on Jimmy here, if you don't want to buy the oil, walk. Recently, Oman countries almost Arab pay cheap gold, cheap oil. What came out of that negotiation? The Arabs told them, we don't give cheap oil. You need to bring something profitable, something that we can also use in the future. We might not need it now, but something that we can see valuable, that in the future it will not depreciate, appreciate, it will still be seen as the product by itself. In cheap oil, no, Arabians they can to go back home and go think of something that you can bring that we can give you that cheap oil. So what we are talking about here is Ghana for today. I say some kotam a year gold no edia ko Dubai. One, the Gulf nation, the Arabians, they are going to cut the price down. They don't care. They don't lose anything. What and we here a year oil no. When also gold no what so. When also gold no a be worthless. When I also decided the price. Now the money dangerous and say this policy Akufo a buy person or the bay. One, you don't have to understand say every gold bia small scale mining companies bia ebe exporting they pay income tax. They pay a year gold tax on it. Every single gold bia you left free Ghana. Small scale mining company, big mining, they pay taxes on it. Now, this is what is going to happen. So we implement it, policy we are. Gold will turn out to be like the way we are struggling with cocoa, how we will be able to manage the price. Remember, Ghana and Ivory Coast, say you to determine the world price of cocoa. But at this point, we are not able to determine it because yet some people are in the market and making it difficult for any Ivory Coast to determine how we want to sell our cocoa. And what is going to happen is so many gold companies in Ghana, they will find other means to move their gold out of Ghana and to go sell the gold somewhere. So we, at the end of it, there will be this huge gap whereby leakage of taxes, it will go down the drain, because now the small scale miners and the so-called mining companies in Ghana, who at this point are now will be forced to come declare their gold, big taxes will be on them. They will be forced to use the back door. They will be forced to use our porous borders and then take the gold out. Your farmers, today Cocoa Board is not buying the cocoa the price they want. They are going through the Luba borders and taking the cocoa to Ivory Coast. Now this is what the cocoa the gold dealers will do. They will not sell the gold to the Ghana government again, because now Ghana government is going to now dictate how much gold they will buy it. They are going to dictate the price. They are going to let them know, after taxing them and all that, they are now going to pressurize them to sell the cocoa at the price the government wants. Now they have the liberty to go back door and take the cocoa out, avoid taxes, and also sell the cocoa expensive. Sell the gold expensive. So now the gold we have been preserving and thinking is our last spine, last resource, the gold will become valueless in Ghana. What is going to happen is majority of the people will be mining legitimately in Ghana will be finding ways to move the cocoa out of the country without going through the government, because the government technically wants to monopolize. Say time and abiding for idea win by it was easy because it's a flexible process. Now there will be competition. Now there will be demand for their product. Now what they are going to do is they are going to weigh the markets and see which one will favor them. So when they mine, they are not going to give to the government. They are going to pass back door. ghanaeducation cocoa we ne botona. No they acquire Ivory Coast. If you say Ghana government cocoa board to mean the price of pay. Now you need to also understand something here. This policy is a policy MPP are buying. They have mined a lot of gold illegally. Now Akufo are buying MPP for, they have mined a lot of gold illegally. Now you see, now in the international market, you cannot just take gold outside and sell, because they have put some measures across border. At that time, the rush for diamond, Sierra Leone, and other African countries, say Congo, because they were not checking where the diamond was coming from, and then some companies in Europe, America, to be the weapons by Africa, they wanted to manage or monopolize the mining of these natural resources. Into who say it caused a lot of wars in these African countries that are that have these natural resources. Now, what the world market did was they were now going to check every single gold and every single diamond where it is coming from. So you cannot just sit in Ghana and mine illegally to the point whereby when you lift the gold, the world market will tell you, you are mining from Ghana. Yes. Now you have mined. How are we going to know that this gold you are bringing, 100,000 people were not killed on the site? How are we going to know that gold here would be and your child labor? How are we going to know? So gold here would be and your illegal mining gold. So they have put policies internationally out there. Now those MPP for mining gold illegally or Ghana no more gold good them no. They don't know how to sell the gold because their end is close. And check a year a buying over end day. And check the power they have today, they might not have it. So they want to wash the gold through this policy. Because if you have all the gold in Ghana and you don't go through the government of Ghana to take your gold to sell, nobody's going to buy it. Gold now we're tuning in a beye car. Now they want a way to use the government of Ghana and create a policy and say, yes, small scale miners are going through the government of Ghana, through the Bank of Ghana, and that they are selling their gold to the government of Ghana through Bank of Ghana. So they are making their money. No, because they don't want to deal with the Bank of Ghana. They don't want to sell the gold to Ghana government. Those legal miners no but to gold to such a amount to many I don't know gold now bomb also no. They want to find a way to go through the Ghana government to sell their gold. In Tina Makajo said, now we think we have a lot of gold. We know the Bank of Ghana has a lot of gold. Now what they are going to do is they are going to now say, oh, Wuntumi has 60,000 ounces. He has sold it to the Bank of Ghana into the amount in dollars. Now the Bank of Ghana has raw gold. Yeah, the gold in the eco butter. No, Wuntumi cannot take his gold out to the international market to sell. Wuntumi and those criminals in this government, illegal miner, and they have physical gold sitting there. No, the international market does not open for people who come with illegal gold. They can't sell them. Into gold now bomb so they don't know where to take the gold, so they need to create a window. And I'm saying that Bank of Ghana should be buying gold. Buying gold from who? Buying gold at what cost? Buying gold from who and who are legitimate. So they are just going to use the government as a conveyor belt. A buying to say a springboard to sell their illegal gold. Because if you're able to give the government the illegal gold, the government can now go to the international market and sell it. The government can carry that gold and sell it to the Arabians and say, we are the government of Ghana. This gold has been sanctioned and we bought all this gold from recognized, registered small-scale miners. They are now stuck with the gold. They don't know what to do with the gold. They want a way to flash out. They want a way to clean the money before they leave power. They need cash. It says ban eto a year diamond, so no, the same ban applies. The international law is affecting them now, because if you don't have dollar and if you want to boost your dollar reserve, what do? You cut your importation, and when you cut your importation, you will receive you will be able to reserve a lot of foreign exchange. Now you have not cut your importation, but you are saying you want to use gold for butter. Now how long can you do that? The question is, how long can we be using gold as butter? How long can we be selling our raw gold to Arabians? How are we going to find a way to get dollars in the system? Because remember, it's butter. It is not gold for dollar. It is gold for oil. Now, when you go for oil, you didn't go for dollar. Now, you need to be able to do business to get dollar. Now, you are not doing business to get dollar. You are doing business, you are exchanging. And it is not money. It is gold for oil. And oil is used. So why do you think this government has ignored TOR? Because we need just $500 million. And the amount of gold they are stating the Bank of Ghana has, and then we are recording as reserves. Why can't we turn that into dollar? Go to the international market, sell gold worth $500 million or $1 billion, and come and give yourself 6 months and make sure that Tema Oil Refinery is effective. Because when it's working operationally, when it's operational 100%, you can refine the oil we Ghanaians are drilling from our own shores. Why is the government ignoring that? It is because they want to wash their illegal gold. Gold now bomb so illegal mining now my for 6 years, echo 8 years. Now omonya gold, they don't know how to take the gold out of the country. In John say any Ghana for to gold Inti yene no and na omodi esika esabe to gold na momo. So they are basically doing a japa with you people. Where a Japa Pro Max, a Japa revised edition, because Osha, everything about this gold butter for oil, it does not make any sense. It does not make any sense anywhere in this world. And can you talk around here? But TOR is there. We need just $500 million. Don't we have gold worth $500 million? Can't we use that gold? If we say we don't have the expertise to keep Tema Oil Refinery running, we can just get people from outside 3 months to put that refinery in order for it to start working. In less than 6 months, the Tema Oil Refinery will be working. Our oil we are drilling in Ghana, we can refine them and use it. Why has the government ignored that and said we want physical gold? They want to wash the illegal gold, because the international market, the international law does not allow small-scale miner to be bringing in gold directly without knowing how they got the gold. You can be a registered company in Ghana, but when you step into the international market, there are a lot of laws you need to cross before your gold will be accepted. Sir, MPP4 way, they want to wash their illegal gold. Galam say no ma yeno, abo moso. Gold no more ye need dollar or person de ye sika Bank of Ghana TOR gold no na de enrich ho Ghana na at the end of the day de sika na esa ebe wini power. So what you are hearing and seeing is a Japa revised edition. A Japan no money mo ye no. We should not be stupid. We should not be fools every time. We should sit and analyze. Akufo-Addo mo etu a lot of illegal gold. Illegal mining on my, the amount of gold that these people have made, they cannot sell it. They cannot take it outside. They cannot say we are going. Bank of Ghana does not have anything. And your mankasa gold no too illegal, any good Bank of Ghana. Now they are finding ways to wash that and turn it into dollar for themselves. Because what tall, I don't know also the gold, OiL. They want a way to buy the gold. Their own gold, Akufo-Addo were a lot of gold. Gabi will gold. Chairman, I want to meet gold so. And yet, Kojo Pon Krumamo, Professor from Omuti physical gold, Charles Bisu Dukamo. They don't know. They can't take it outside. Because some of the kokra yen talk. So how do they wash it? They washing it in Ghana with your own money. Intendeno, all options have been closed. The only option left is we need to carry hard gold and take it to Dubai to get oil. Are we mad? Ya bodam. We mama ya kromfo. We good no eno mu wia. They know what they are doing. I'm gonna say, yeah, politicians need be a Jimmy. Yeah, for me to be sitting here and telling you this, but this is the reality. Gold na bomb. They are finding ways to get rid of the gold before election 2024. They want to sell the gold to Ghana. Right now, it's shocking that Ghana as a nation, our priority is finding gold to buy. Ghana is gold. Ghana is gold. Why is our priority? They say we are trying to find gold to buy in Ghana to survive as a nation. Are we mad? Into gold it will become the same thing. Now people are more legitimate small scale miners they want to sell gold. They won't do it. They will skip the line because the government now is buying gold from their own selves. The government is buying its own gold. Into on the price ebema on the gold value they drew the coffers of Bank of Ghana to be high. So they are going to buy the gold at higher prices because it is their own gold and change it into higher dollar. Now, you, the ordinary, small scale miner, you will not get that deal. So what is going to happen is you'll be forced to go through our porous borders, like the way Ivory Coast, it is going to happen. Because when you enter Ivory Coast, the gold value in Ghana will go up. And that is what the NPP is doing today. These are things you don't hear on TV, on any show like that. These are serious stuff. This is not a joke. We need to get angry. You people, what is happening? You should understand these people are taking the soul of this nation away. In Akufo, they came to destroy this nation. They came to destroy everything. They have actually basically put everything on payments. Every government institution, every statutory fund, they have basically put everything on wawaneneba. It as we sit here, we don't have anything. The last thing we have, because you need to understand, the UK, they have a lot of gold. The UK will never, let me tell you, the Arabians, they have gold more than anybody on earth. Dubai, Qatar, so on from Guano, they have gold more than any. Right now, gold is just pleasure for them. They don't need gold as when they started to build their Dubais and their Qatar. They don't need it. Now, gold is something that they smile at. It makes them just happy, but it is not any valuable thing to them. The Arabians don't value gold again. They see it as part of their life. So you don't expect the Arabians to be yearning for your gold. No. The Arabians are going to buy your gold like the way they are buying fried rice. It's a normal commodity we add to our household products. So at the end of the day, you are never going to get the price you want. Meaning your precious metal has become somebody's chalawete. Your precious metal, that is your last resort. That makes you who you are. That can make you detect the price in the world sometime in the future. It is now going to be sold, or it's going to be bought at a cheaper price, like a toilet paper. You need to understand. I'm opening your mind for you to see the reality behind the scenes. The scene is there, but the reality is behind the scenes. And that is what we bring you. Behind the scenes, and this gold issue that is up, this is a plan. We are messengers here. Our job is to just give you the message. Your job is to listen and take the message. Work with it, ask questions, and make right decisions at the end of the day. That's all that we can do.